What you want?
You're in my house, fatso, and you didn't ask permission.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Now get out of my cell. If you boys knew what's about to happen to you, you'd leave now.
So you just go wherever you want, whenever you want?
Everyone's always jealous.
The series begins with Jack Reacher, who is very tall, strong, and silent. He enters a small town called Margrave.
I'm sorry. I'm not good at math.
Don't take a 40% tip. The hell you want, asshole? I'm talking to you, stupid. Listen, man, I'm just having a bad day. Won't happen again.
Police! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Slow!
Heads, turn around. You're under arrest for murder.
Officer Roscoe steps in and calmly tells Reacher to cooperate. He listens and walks to her. The cops find only a passport, toothbrush, cash, and a war medal on him. But still, Baker tells him he is under arrest for murder. Just then, Chief Detective Finley arrives. Reacher is moved to a conference room for questioning. Finley soon enters and questions Reacher about a recent murder, but Reacher remains silent.
Victim was male, 30s, big guy. You know who this man was? I'm not about to waste the rest of my afternoon.
I don't need a lawyer, because I didn't kill anybody. At least not recently.
This Reacher fella, no online profile at all. The only proof Jack Reacher exists is the fact that he's sitting in that room.
What if I'm thinking I'm sitting across from a man who doesn't mind killing and who has the knowledge?
You'd be right. Shooter was someone who knows firearms well. Bullets were small caliber, 9mm, 95. This was someone who knew how to conduct a quiet, effective kill. Your psycho isn't suddenly going to be rational enough to know he has to hide the body, and your meticulous shooter isn't going to do a sloppy job with roadside cardboard. You said the victim was big, so most likely his feet were sticking out, and that's how he got spotted. I got off the bus from Tampa and walked to town.
You get on a bus in Tampa with $212, a toothbrush, and a French war medal.
I also went to a diner, ordered peach pie, and never got to eat it because I was arrested for murder.
If I can confirm you were on a Greyhound bus at that time, you're cleared. Law says we need a warrant.
Reacher, why does trouble always seem to find you?
In a flashback, Reacher and his brother Joe have just moved to a new home on a military base in Okinawa. Their mom, Josephine, tells them to put on their jackets and go make friends with the other kids.
Let's just go home. It's my fight. It's never just your fight. Trouble does kind of seem to find you.
Back to present, Reacher is in a jail. Roscoe pours coffee and offers some to Reacher. Roscoe mentions that the police have not found anything suspicious on Reacher's fingerprints, which means he is quiet and clean in their system. Suddenly, Finley comes rushing out with news. They got a lead on the phone number found on the victim. Roscoe leaves with Finley. They meet Charlie Hubble. Her husband, Paul Hubble, seems tense, but invites them to his modern, expensive home. At the house, Finley presses Paul about a murder. Someone was shot with Paul's phone number found on the body.
I did it. I understand I don't have to talk or anything and then I got a lawyer and all that, but I did it, okay?
What was his name?
I don't know.
You killed a man you don't know?
Yeah, that's right. I told you I did it, okay? I'm not about to rehash all the details.
A double-barrel shotgun blast right to the face.
Yes, I did.
Your life's about to get very complicated, Mr. Hubble. Reacher, come with me.
Not until you let these zip ties come off.
Get the box cutter.
You guys recycle?
Finley asks Stevenson if he knows something about Hubble. Stevenson says Hubble was at a family party all night, far from the murder scene. He does not know why Hubble confessed or why his number was found in a shoe at the crime. Reacher and Hubble are about to be taken to jail. On the bus, Reacher and Hubble were the only prisoners. They sat across from each other. After a long drive through dark country roads, they finally reached Warburton County Jail.
But a Samoan fella come to here last year. Meth dealer.
Might be a little tight in the shoulders. Drop them drawers. Bend over and spread.
That weapon's not fitting inside me or any other human being without sending them to the hospital. So if you think you can perform the inspection without getting seriously injured, go for it.
Really sorry I got you into this. It wasn't my intention.
Remember when I said shut up on the bus? Same rule goes for jail.
Instead of being in a holding cell for people waiting for trial, they were mixed in with extremely dangerous prisoners. Just then, 4 prisoners approached their cell. The leader, a man named J.D., looked directly at Hubble and started teasing him in a threatening way.
There she is. Look, she got pretty little shoes on.
I said give them to me.
Good girl. Now, there's just one more thing I want from you.
What you want?
See, you're in my house, fatso, and you didn't ask permission. Now I'll count to 3.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Now get out of my cell.
Reacher and Hubble walk through the yard. He remains cool, and Hubble sticks close, clearly afraid. Hubble confesses that he is not a real criminal. He is terrified because the people he works for threatened his whole family if he ever betrayed them. Reacher listens but stays detached. When a group of gang members starts eyeing them, Reacher heads to the bathroom, and Hubble follows. In the shower room, Reacher sees the gang approaching. A brutal fight breaks out, but Reacher handles them violently, breaking bones and smashing heads.
If you boys knew what's about to happen to you, you'd leave now.
Let's go before the warden sees. Let's go, let's go! Anyone asks, you've been here the whole time.
Next day, Reacher and Hubble are released. Outside, Hubble joins his wife while Reacher walks over to Roscoe. She offers him a ride. In the car, Roscoe shows him surveillance footage proving he was in Tampa at the time of the murder. She invites him to dinner, and without hesitation, Reacher says yes.
But I'm gonna need some new clothes first.
Don't you miss your family?
They're all dead. Except for my brother, Joe.
So you just go wherever you want, whenever you want?
Everyone's always jealous. So I'll check out the town for a while. See you in a bit.
And don't go getting yourself arrested for murder again.
Reacher enters a local barber shop where the elderly barber Mosley is making a sandwich. Reacher asks for a shave. As Mosley starts shaving him, Reacher comments on how perfect the town looks. Mosley credits the Kleiner Foundation. While being shaved, Reacher notices the same black truck parked outside. Kleiner Jr., known as KJ, stands beside it, staring in. His cousin Dawson joins him. He wipes the shaving cream from his face and marches right up to KJ and Dawson.
You want to dance a Tom Burrito with me?
Hell, I'll dance.
I'm talking to you, Pee-wee. You want me to lead, or?
Reading something interesting just this morning about some charges brought against a Major Jack Reacher. We don't forgive as easily in Margrave. What's your back, Mr. Reacher?
He arrives at the police station parking lot where Roscoe and other cops are gathered. Roscoe tells Reacher that another body has been found nearby. The medical examiner Jasper explains the details of the second victim, a John Doe shot in the back of the head while running away. The first victim remains unidentified, with mixed dental records and swollen fingertips from an allergic reaction. Reacher studies photos carefully, noticing details like an oblong scar on the palm. He realizes the victim is his brother Joe.
We were wrestling. I pinned him against the stove. Didn't know my mother had just turned it off. That's how my brother got this scar.
What was your brother doing in Margrave?
I don't know.
You being smart with me?
I'm being straight with you. Hell, no wonder Sharon left you.
You keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay? You're messing with the wrong man, I'll tell you that right now.
Do what I say, Reacher. Please.
In the car, the atmosphere is tense as Reacher stares out the window, absorbing the shock. He tells Roscoe and Finley he thinks his brother mentioned blind Blake for a reason, and that he feels he has to do something about it. Reacher's tone turns cold and deadly.
I guess I'll find everybody responsible and kill every last one of them.
Reacher walks away angrily, ignoring everyone calling after him. Roscoe is instructed to go after him. Suddenly, he steps into the street and is almost hit by her car. He firmly states that he is heading to Hubble's house and is prepared to use force to get the truth. Roscoe eventually convinces Reacher to get in the car. They arrive at Hubble's house and are welcomed by his wife. Reacher tells her that his brother was murdered and that Hubble's phone number was found on the body. Just then, their two young daughters come into the room, greeting Reacher and Roscoe. Their mother gently sends them off to bed, while Reacher silently observes his surroundings. He then asks to use the restroom, and she directs him through the kitchen and down the hallway. Reacher and Conklin are finishing up their visit at Hubble's house. They thank Hubble's wife for her time. Outside, Reacher's mood shifts. He tells Roscoe something is not adding up. First, the glasses. Hubble's wife said Tally wore them, which triggers a memory. In prison, someone pointed Reacher out before an attack because he was wearing glasses. Now Reacher realizes the attackers were not after him. They thought he was Hubble.
It's an agrimony burr. They grow on tall grass all around here. We call them hitchhikers because they stick on you and they go for a ride.
Still some reason they were on his laces. I told Finley the shooter was someone who knew firearms well, but it was more than that. Gun had a silencer on it, which makes even close range work inaccurate, but he got a kill shot. Shooter came through here, waiting for Joe. This area would have been darker. This is where he hid. Shooter wanted to be close.
Maybe it was personal.
Someone takes your life, it's always personal.
What do you do for a living?
Last time we spoke, he was working in Homeland Security.
That's interesting. What department was your brother in?
Don't know.
Reacher decides to leave and find a motel. Roscoe offers him a ride, but he declines. On his way, 3 drunk locals corner him in a parking lot looking for trouble.
We just want to talk to you.
There's 2 Sixers worth of empties around your car. You've been waiting a while. Well, it's the wrong day to ask me to humor your bullshit.
Hey! You're about to get your ass kicked.
No.
What the hell just rolled into Margrave?
After quickly dismantling the group in a short but brutal fight, he walks away unharmed. There has been another murder, this time Police Chief Morrison. When Reacher and Roscoe arrive, they see the scene is worse than anything. Morrison was nailed to a wall with 6 spikes through his arms, 2 piercing near his wrist bones, and he had a cut on his cheek. Reacher thinks he came down south looking for peace and quiet, but instead, he has found 4 dead bodies, or maybe 5 if Hubble is included. At the emergency town meeting, Teal announces that he has appointed himself chief of police, but the crowd reacts with anger and doubt.
Y'all had him in jail. Why'd you let him go?
Mr. Reacher has a rock-solid alibi. I have faith in Chief Detective Finley. I have faith in our new chief of police.
Teal's trying to frame the Morrison hit as a revenge killing. Just set me off to chase my tail. You're one of those conspiracy nuts.
Guys with the kind of money and power Kleiner wields are rarely angels. Give us cover while we work the real angles. Like Joe's rental car.
I'll call you when it's set up.
I don't have a phone.
Get one.
I'd like to offer my apologies for your arrest. My condolences for your brother. We'd be happy to keep you updated on the investigation. Just leave your contact information with the department before you head out.
I'm not leaving.
Back at the house, Charlie is scared, but she trusts Reacher. With her husband gone, she needs to protect her daughters. When Reacher arrives, they are told to pack. Picard is on the way to take them into protective custody. Reacher gives her a burner phone and assures her this is what her husband would have wanted. She breaks down. Realizing the truth, Hubble is probably dead. There is no time to mourn. They need to run.
We're on the move. It's not safe anymore. Let's go.
I'm not ready.
Let's go, now!
Hey, I'm Picard.
Told you I need my own gun.
Finley said he can't get the FBI officially involved yet, so I'm gonna take a few personal days, watch the family myself.
What about you?
I'm gonna go see that guard Spivey at Warburton.
He won't tell you anything.
Depends on how I ask.
Reacher heads to Warburton to find Spivey, the prison guard who set up Hubble. Whoever paid Spivey is likely the one behind everything. He might be the key to cracking the case. When they spot Reacher, they pull guns and try to force him into a car. But Reacher quickly figures out they want him alive and will not shoot.
You don't want to draw attention firing outside a crowded bar.
A nearby cop shows up, but the attackers disappear before they can be caught. Reacher comes back, hurt but calm. Roscoe patches him up with superglue while they talk about what went wrong. Reacher admits the plan did not go smoothly. Finley's annoyed that he acted alone, but Reacher says Spivey would never have fallen for it if Finley had been part of the setup. New information surfaces. Joe Reacher was working for the Secret Service, a branch under Homeland Security. Finley cannot find the exact details, but the agency handles everything from fraud to child exploitation. Since Hubble specialized in currency, they figure counterfeiting might be the connection. Reacher starts putting the pieces together and realizes Spivey is still the best lead. But after the ambush, Spivey's likely skipped town. Reacher heads to Spivey's house, hoping to find a clue, but it is late and the records office is closed. He plans to look in the morning. Roscoe tells him to rest instead. They drive to the bar. Roscoe changes clothes to not look like a cop and gets Reacher a clean shirt. At the bar, they talk and listen to blues music. One song reminds Reacher of his brother Joe. They dance together even though Reacher said he does not dance. They open up about their pasts and Roscoe talks about her parents dying, and after that being raised by a family friend named Gray, and how he taught her to be a good cop. Reacher says Joe was the only family he had left.
You always eat this well?
I was hungry. Didn't think room service would deliver this late. No matter where we were at the time, Joe and I could always find a Clark bar.
The next day, they see that someone tried to break into Roscoe's house during the night. Footprints show the intruder was careful and professional.
They're gonna kill me?
Could have been here for me. My car was parked out front.
Looks like they plan on coming back.
I'm really gonna need a gun. I know you're scared, but I'm
Scared?
It's natural.
You think I'm some poor, scared little girl? I'm not scared, I am pissed. You want a gun?
People around here know I have this thing. Use it wrong and it gets back to me.
Your house isn't safe anymore. Pack your bags. Never trust a weapon you haven't personally test fired.
Finley calls and says they have identified the dead man who was found with Reacher's brother Joe. They all rush to the morgue. The medical examiner gives them the identity of the mystery man found with Joe. His name is Pete Jobling. He was a truck driver for a company called South Freight Shipping. The medical examiner says he had too much bad gas in his body, probably from breathing in car exhaust over the years. Pete was 43, married, and lived in Atlanta. He had no criminal record, just a traffic issue in 2018. But something strange shows up. The law firm that helped him was very fancy. Too good for a truck driver. That seems suspicious. Roscoe gets a call from the Secret Service. A woman named Molly Beth Gordon says she worked with Joe. At first, she is excited, thinking Joe is on the line. But Reacher tells her the truth.
What position did Joe hold in the Secret Service?
Director of the Office of Investigations. He assigned his current case to himself. Nobody knew about it.
Was there a specific division of OI that Joe was heading up?
He ran our anti-counterfeiting department. Joe told me that he put a stop to all domestic counterfeiting a while ago. I can try to get his files for you.
Thank you. The hard copies only.
Shouldn't I tell his superiors?
Absolutely not. So we tell no one until we have a better understanding of what we're dealing with.
You sound just like him.
Talk soon.
After the call, Finley tells Jack that he was right. This is about counterfeit money. Hubble worked at a bank and handled money. That cannot be a coincidence. Reacher and his team are still trying to figure out who is behind all the trouble in Margrave. Since Teal does not know that they suspect him, they decide to play along and pretend they are doing something else. Roscoe will act like she is just trying to catch the bad guys who broke into her house. Finley will secretly visit a jail guard named Spivey, hoping to get more answers. Back at the police station, Roscoe talks to Teal. Teal acts like he is in charge now and tells Roscoe to look into ex-convicts that Morrison once put behind bars. Teal thinks one of them might be getting revenge.
You keep me posted.
You were with Finley this morning?
I was?
My cousin Charlie's not picking up her phone. Just wondering if you know something I don't. This Reacher guy's running all over everybody like it's...
Stevenson, a moment.
Mr. Spivey?
All the police, wait!
I'm sorry, what was your first name again?
Brian.
What was the date that delivery truck hit you?
I made up a story so you'd see me. Now get me your file on Pete Jobling.
Get out of my office.
Pull up Jobling's file now. Staple. Thank you. Caused any problems you wish I finished strangling you?
Listen, man. You should have told us you were a cop.
Roscoe meets with Reacher at a restaurant called Jolene's and tells him what she found. The dead trucker worked for a company named South Freight Shipping, which was linked to another company, Kleiner Industries. When the trucker got into trouble, Kleiner helped cover his legal bills. Reacher says he checked out Spivey's house and learned that Spivey had left town. But Spivey had made many calls to Kleiner Industries, so the trail leads to Kleiner. Reacher tells Roscoe he plans to sneak into Kleiner's building to find clues, even if it means breaking the rules. Roscoe warns him that breaking the law could cause problems for the investigation. When they arrive at Kleiner's office, they see there are no security cameras, maybe because the company wants to keep things hidden. Mr. Kleiner meets them and says he knows little about the murders, just some rumors from the local diner that are not very reliable.
We're just looking for some clarification as to your relationship with these men.
Truck drivers drive too fast. They get all amped up on energy drinks. And that's for Mr. Spivey. You said he called my company? Maybe they're just making plans to grab a beer afterward.
My intention was never to insult you, Mr. Kleiner. My intention is to conduct my investigation in any manner I see fit.
I mean, the people of this town, the other members of the police department, they want to help you. This evidence trail you're following, it's a waste of time for you and for me. Leave it.
You don't tell me what leads to chase and how to chase them. I will put my fucking foot up your fucking ass until your heart stops.
The group is also trying to understand what Kleiner is doing with his big farm. They notice he has been getting a huge amount of animal feed, much more than needed for a normal farm. This makes them suspicious, thinking Kleiner might be hiding something or running a secret operation. Reacher is warned by his friends that even though Kleiner looks like he might be involved in the crimes, they cannot just rush in and attack him. They have to be careful and smart, or they risk messing up their investigation. Reacher decides to find Spivey because if Spivey talks, he can reveal who is behind all the trouble. He plans to meet Spivey at the Blue Cat, where Spivey feels safe. Reacher will go alone so they will not suspect him as a cop, and the bad guys will not run away.
You know Tanner Spivey?
He don't need anyone asking about his business. There's some Spanish guys, man. Real fast.
He drives off in his fancy Mustang and notices one car following him. Reacher quickly speeds off and they continue unaware he's leading them into a trap.
Por ahí, que no puede ir muy lejos. Ahí, adelante, a la derecha.
Hello, Spivey.
Finley learns that Hubble has not worked at the bank for a year and has been lying to his wife. Then they hear about a burned-out car found near a quiet rural road. They think it could be Joe's missing car. It was set on fire, using a strong chemical to destroy any evidence. But rain came and washed away most of the damage. To find out if it is really Joe's car, they try to check the car's ID number by cleaning the rust using ketchup and salt.
This Joe's car or what?
I think so. We can send photos to forensics.
Old army trick. Salt for abrasion. Make a great metal cleaner.
Can you put that in your body?
Tastes good. South Americans got to Spivey before I did. Found him stashed in their trunk.
7 bodies since you set foot in my town.
They charged me, and they were armed.
Fine.
They decide to hide the bodies instead of letting the police find them because they do not trust anyone else to control the investigation. Roscoe sees that the bullet wounds are in the backs of the bodies. She realizes Reacher shot them as they were turned away, not charging at him like he told Finley. Reacher simply says he had the chance to stop them, and he took it. She asks Reacher what really happened in Baghdad. Reacher tells her that he was searching for a missing soldier when he noticed a group of young boys playing soccer.
Whenever they'd see me, they'd wave. I waved back. 3 men from the village were abusing the boys. They could turn themselves into Iraqi police or they'd answer to me. I was ready. You have a problem with me killing people who hurt children? Because I want to know the kind of person I'm working with.
I guess I don't.
Afterward, Roscoe remembers something strange. When she asked Mosley what business Kleiner was in, he said trucking, real estate, and chemicals, but never mentioned farming or agriculture, even though they had seen a big shipment of animal feed. They head to a hotel and ask for a room. Roscoe checks in using the name Officer Eudora Welty. Reacher pays with the cash he took from the men they killed. They plan to visit Pete Jobling's wife early the next morning to learn why the killers of Jobling also wanted Reacher's brother dead. Reacher warns Roscoe to stay alert and avoid staying in predictable spots because sharpshooters might try to take them out from higher floors.
What are you doing?
Unlikely event someone tracks us here. This won't keep them out, but it'll slow them down.
What if the maid busts in?
She'd be a very strong maid. I know half a dozen sharpshooters that could take us out on the 15th floor. Molly Beth.
Sorry for calling so late. I hope I didn't wake you. My flight lands at ATL at 5 p.m.
Can't meet you there. Too many cameras at the airport. You two must have been close if you let him bore you with stories about me.
Top to bottom, everyone respected him. A real lead by example kind of guy, you know. But he said you were a good man.
You didn't take to people easily, so you must be special.
I should get back to work. I will see you tomorrow.
We didn't order room service and we don't need housekeeping. If anybody tries to come through that door, shoot them.
The next morning, they go to Pete Jobling's house and say they are police officers wanting to talk about Pete. Roscoe wanted to tell Jobling's mother about her son's death, but Reacher stopped her. They explain they want to ask about recent truck hijackings at the family company. She says they can go to Pete's wife's house for investigation. They go to Mrs. Jobling's house and tell her that her husband is dead, but she does not seem to care about the reason. She shares that she warned Pete many times that his actions would catch up with him. She suspected he was stealing from his company and from Kleiner. She put up with a lot because of their relationship, but on the night Pete was killed, she did not know who he was meeting. Finley shares the Vine background check results, the car was rented and found at a motel under the name Ron Hassey, which Reacher knows was one of Joe's fake names. That means Joe was likely at that motel before he died. Reacher and Roscoe hurry to the motel, hoping Joe left something behind. The motel worker tells them Joe had left a briefcase and a garment bag, but someone claiming to be Ron Hassey picked them up just 20 minutes earlier. The man was medium height and possibly Hispanic. Reacher realizes they are too late, but knowing Joe, he figures Joe would have hidden important stuff somewhere unexpected. They search the room and find the garment bag.
No way.
You made them follow you, because you had Joe's note.
So you'd stay alive. I was thinking when Joe died, there was almost no one left in the world I cared about. And then I met you.
Finley arrives and asks what they found. Reacher says they were attacked. They think someone at the police station gave the bad guys the information, maybe Stevenson. Finley is surprised, but agrees Stevenson acted strange. They call the numbers. One is William Bryant, an economics professor at Princeton, and another is Stephanie Castillo at Columbia. But they find it strange to link government agents to the crime. Roscoe worries about going to Tennessee because Molly Beth is arriving soon. Reacher calls Neagley, a trusted private investigator who has helped him before. Neagley agrees to help, and they plan to meet Molly Beth at the airport. But when they arrive, Molly Beth is not there, and Reacher feels something is wrong.
Well, she must have missed us and walked right by.
No one misses me when they walk by. We need to split up. You take the stairs, you take the elevator.
Oh, God.
Joe.
Reacher and the others drive away, still shaken by Molly's death. The radio blames a crash on mechanical failure and mentions Coast Guard patrols being cut due to budget issues. But Reacher and his team know there is something more sinister going on. They feel guilty for leaving Molly's body, but staying would have put them at risk. Suddenly, Reacher tells them to stop the car. He sees a dog tied up with a tight chain on someone's property. The chain is cutting into the dog's neck.
Doesn't deserve this.
Told you to stay off my property.
Let's see how you like it. Take the dog to a no-kill shelter, then drop me off at Hubble's.
After rescuing the dog, he goes to Hubble's house to get a new car because their old one has bullet holes. He uncovers the car, and to be honest, I have no idea what brand it is, but it surely isn't a Mustang, so be sure to let me know in the comments, guys. Sometime later, they agree to meet at the police station. Reacher is clearly upset. He blames himself for getting Molly Beth involved and feels guilty that she died because of it. Two men are laughing and joking about their past. Their fun stops when they see Reacher. They call him a war criminal and mock him.
Look, it's the war criminal. You know, you and my friend Emmett here, you actually got something in common. Both play college football.
They kicked me off.
What for?
Being too violent. Are you just an insecure, spoiled rich boy hiding behind daddy's money? You knew I'd come after you when I saw what you did to Roscoe. And you knew I'd come in here and cause a problem that would most likely get me in trouble.
That little cock tease.
I never liked you, Dawson. Don't make me prove it.
Son, put it down.
Anytime you want to dance.
Since the moment this man arrived at Margrave, there's been nothing but violence. But if you keep digging for water under the outhouse, you ain't gonna find nothing you can drink.
Junior and the boys were just minding their own business when this guy came in and started tearing up the place.
Roscoe, take Reacher outside.
See you soon, Junior.
Roscoe is angry and shocked. She just found out that Teal fired her. Finley promises Roscoe he will talk to Teal and try to fix things. Roscoe refuses to give up her gun. Even though Roscoe lost her job as a cop, she is not done investigating. They decide to follow Joe's plan to solve the case. But some leads, like the professors and the Memphis angle, are not helping. Jobling's garage has nothing useful either. The only thing left is to check Gray's files. Reacher remembers Gray gave Roscoe a special gun, a Desert Eagle, a year before he died. When they check the gun's box, it is empty. Reacher finds nothing at his house or the station. Then Reacher remembers Gray got his hair cut every week, even though he had very little hair, which seems odd. Later, the barber gives Reacher a message Gray left for him. Gray said he was proud of Roscoe and wanted Reacher to have this message if he ever came looking. Gray checked all the tax returns for the Kleiner Fund, which is supposed to be a charity, but the money going out does not match the money coming in. The charity gets a lot of money but only gives it to a few small-town businesses and groups. Neagley found something important but cannot talk openly on the phone. She wants to meet Reacher for dinner earlier than planned because she does not trust calls. They discuss the case of Jimmy Dupree Wilkes, an EPA investigator killed at home. They see the cases are connected and dangerous.
How's it going, big fella? 10 years together in special investigators. I know what you think.
And you knew I'd come to a bistro because my mother was French.
It's got the biggest sign. Let's go. I'll fill you in.
I haven't eaten yet.
The JW on your brother's punch list was an EPA investigator named Jimmy Dupree Wilkes.
Was.
Sparklers don't use silencers. Most don't carry guns at all. Also, sparklers steal things.
That's what they did to my brother.
You're gonna kill a whole lot of people, aren't you?
Already started.
He and his partner are gonna take us to meet the CI, low-level hitman who might know who was hired to kill Will. But the pollution seemed to hit hardest at Chester, Arkansas.
So that's where we go.
These people are connected and stone-cold killers. You know, given your size.
Why are you so big?
Genetics.
Roscoe arrives with news that could mean another murder. They talk about Officer Gray's death. The mortician said Gray had a cut on his head from falling while drunk, but now they wonder if Gray was actually hit by something else because the cut looks like it was made by a diamond-shaped object. The medical examiner zooms in on the injury and finds tiny cuts that match that shape. The investigation is getting harder and more complicated.
You pick up microlacerations, which can often show the shape of the object causing the injury. Kind of look like a diamond.
Damn right it does.
Miss Conklin, you come to clean out your desk?
Hey! Now they know you know something.
I know that old bastard killed Gray.
I gotta get you out of town. You can't show your face in Margrave now.
This is Officer O'Coin.
They see their files are incomplete and decide the next step is to break into Kleiner's office after hours to find the proof they need to expose the conspiracy. Though it is risky and there are no security cameras, it is an illegal search, but they feel they have no choice. Meanwhile, someone finds a lead on who killed the EPA agent investigating Kleiner and promises not to go after Teal without help. Reacher and Neagley are given a ride back from the police officers who helped connect them to the informant.
Already got a call from Stevenson saying Till wants a warrant out for Roscoe's arrest.
Can't trust Stevenson.
I lost it.
No apologies, remember? Got a lead on a shooter who took out an EPA agent digging into Kleiner. When the time comes, I'll hold him while you hit him.
Bye, Reacher.
Bye, Roscoe.
When we get to the precinct, we'll go through the alias database. We'll look up Vikings, see what pops up. Torch my family.
Draw your weapon!
They showed me a video of them
Draw your weapon!
Wait, don't... I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna shoot you real quick.
Who threatened you?
I don't know.
I need a name!
Take a deep breath.
Do not mess with the special investigators. Kleiner forced that cop to kill us. Odds are he hired the Viking, too. I'm gonna head back to Margrave. Do me a favor and walk away.
Then the guys who killed your brother and tried to kill us? See what I can find out about the Viking.
Finley is set to break into Kleiner's office to uncover crucial evidence, hoping something important will emerge from the shadows.
Guess you're not pulling all the strings, huh, Kleiner?
Reacher examines the pictures Finley has managed to obtain of Kleiner's injuries. They realize that the way Kleiner was killed, using a brutal method called the Venezuelan butterfly cut, meaning the killers are likely from Venezuela. While they are discussing the case, Finley receives a message from the chief, summoning him to the police station. When Finley arrives, the chief informs him that the planner has been murdered and his body was found in his office. Finley asks if the forensic team has arrived, and the chief confirms that they are already there and working. Finley says he will go to the crime scene.
Still think my dad's guilty?
Easy. Easy. Settle.
You went after my father for murder.
Don't get in my office. And hold off going to the crime scene just yet, till things cool down. I'm doing you a favor. I'll call you back in the game soon enough.
Picard takes Roscoe to Paul's wife's house and tells her that from today, she will stay with her and take care of her. He advises Roscoe that the place is safe, but warns her that if she ever feels any danger, she should take everyone and escape through the basement. After dinner, Roscoe talks with Paul's wife at night when she suddenly looks out of the window and notices a car in the forest. Roscoe immediately alerts Paul's wife, instructing her to take the children to the basement and, as soon as she hears Roscoe's voice, to run toward the forest.
Okay, I'm gonna lure them away. Yes, do it.
The scene then shifts to Reacher and Finley, who are still following the truck. After traveling some distance, the truck stops in front of a hotel at night, and Kleiner's nephew goes inside. Reacher and Finley wait for a while before moving closer to the truck. Reacher climbs on top of the truck and tries to tear open the roof to see what is inside. Kleiner's nephew comes out again and checks all around the truck. After he returns to the hotel, Reacher tears open the roof, only to find the truck completely empty with no cargo inside. Reacher wonders why the empty truck is driving around in the area. Finley admits he does not have the answer. They decide to contact the two professors again, as they should have returned by now. Reacher calls one professor, but is informed by the assistant that the professor was murdered as soon as he returned from Europe that day.
I'm his assistant.
My condolences.
Thank you. I have to go.
Professor Castillo?
Yes?
Now do everything I'm about to tell you if you still want to be alive by the time I get there.
Roscoe takes Paul's family to a restaurant. During their conversation, Roscoe tells Paul's wife that her husband quit his bank job just 1 year ago. Paul's wife responds that she knows everything and that her husband never hid anything from her. Roscoe reminds her that when they first met, she had said she didn't know anything about her husband's work. Paul's wife explains that at that time, she said what she thought was right because she felt that lying would protect her children. Then, she shares with Roscoe how their life was ruined, recounting how one day, her husband received a call from Kleiner asking him to meet. When Paul first meets Kleiner, Kleiner tells him that he has some work for people like him and wants Paul to join his company and work with them. He assures Paul that he does not need to worry about money because he will earn more than he can imagine. Paul asks how he can be of help, and Kleiner explains that he has many clients who deal with large amounts of money and wants Paul to manage these transactions. However, Kleiner first wants Paul to visit one of his client sites with him. He tells Paul that if he likes the work, he can continue, but if not, he is free to leave.
Are these all racehorses?
Mostly retired. You know, these are animals that are used to running as hard, as fast as they can, and they revolt. And then, one day, they just stop because they accept that they're trapped. They know there's nothing they can do to escape their fate. That money that you moved today, you helped me launder millions in illegal tender, and then you sent me the evidence. I know what you're thinking. You want to run. Just like all the horses in here want to run. Let me tell you something. No place is safe.
I can't do this.
I'm going to leave you in here for a while so that you don't run off and do anything stupid. Paul, don't gnaw at the gate.
Please help me.
This is what happens to you and your family if you don't do what you are told.
Paul did what he was told, and they killed him anyway.
When Reacher steps outside the police station, he notices a man watching him. Reacher then meets the professor, who tells him she was working with his brother Joe. She explains that whenever Joe needed to understand anything about the economy, he would come to her. She reveals that the most important paper for printing fake notes was arranged by Joe, so that all the papers were printed through one company. However, after some days, Joe discovered that fake notes were also being handled in Georgia. Reacher realizes that they had misunderstood the situation all along. They thought the notes were printed in Georgia and then distributed across the U.S., but actually, the notes are printed elsewhere and then brought to Georgia.
You find out where they're getting the paper to do it, and you will stop whatever Joe is trying to stop. How are you going to take down whoever's doing this?
Painfully. Major Jack Reacher, 110th Special Investigations, retired. My brother, Joe Reacher, worked in Secret Service. You can look him up. I need you to make sure she's protected until you get a phone call from me, and only me.
So, yes, sir.
Stevenson and his wife Emma are filled with fear. They admit they never imagined feeling unsafe in their own hometown. They mention that Finley has been missing and is not responding. They have tried contacting Paul and Charlie, but both have vanished. It is unclear if they are in hiding or if something worse has happened to them. The couple starts talking seriously about leaving Margrave behind. They discuss moving to Tupelo for a new beginning and to be closer to family, especially since Emma is pregnant. In Margrave, Mr. Kleiner's funeral is happening. A speaker says that even though Kleiner only had a son and nephew as real family, he treated the whole town like his own. They say he was a good man who died too soon.
So how'd you think you're doing?
Pay my respects.
How would you like it if I sliced you up just like you sliced him?
Take a step back, son. Well, there will be 2 Kleiners in that grave.
I'll see you around, Finley.
Just then, Finlay gets a phone call. After listening, Finlay tells Reacher that it answers one of their important questions. When Reacher asks which one, Finlay replies that it is about Officer Stevenson. He explains that Stevenson was involved in the fake money operation and has now been killed, just like the others who were part of it. Teal strikes a harsh blow to Finlay and Reacher. He fires Finlay, saying he is not capable of handling the job and blaming him for the disorder and the deaths of officers. He also threatens Reacher, ordering him to leave the crime scene or face arrest.
You got 1 minute to leave my crime scene or I'm taking you in.
So he gets rid of me without having to drop another body. I know you're angry. I am too.
First, I'm gonna ask the last cop in Margrave to lunch.
Reacher tells Baker he plans to break into Hubble's house that night and search for evidence tying Finlay directly to the crime. Baker supports the plan. Meanwhile, while Finlay lets Stevenson's parents know of his passing, Reacher gets to work. He finds the nearest army surplus store and buys camouflage, paints, boots, and weapons. He is going hunting, and the trap is set. He even has the advantage of the weather. As the truck pulls up that night, Dawson and other men exit dressed in those white latex suits.
A viewer in Wharton County sent us this video of his basement flooding. Union, Weston, Hamilton, Orchard Hill, Greenville, and Zebulon. We also want to have the and keep in mind that
He suddenly understands the whole secret. He calls Roscoe to tell her that he now knows exactly how they are laundering the money. They cannot find special paper to make fake money, so they found another way. Instead of using new paper, they take real $1 bills and wash the ink off to make the paper blank again. Then, they print new $100 bills on that clean paper. The new $100 bills look old and worn, so no one suspects because real new ones have special magnetic strips. They use something from animal feed they bought in large amounts to help wash the ink off without damaging the paper. It is a smart way to make fake money using real money's paper, and Roscoe is impressed. Reacher and Finlay meet at Judy's house, but it has burned to the ground. Judy left the week before visiting family. They decide to head to the truck driver's parents' house again to search the garage for evidence. Finlay finds an air conditioning box, just like the ones he used to drive around in. They find it full of money and now have the evidence they need to take to the FBI. The next thing to do is go to Picard's to meet up with Roscoe, who is still watching the Hubble family. Finlay gets a head start, and Reacher will meet him there as he gathers up the evidence. When the former MP reaches the house, he calls Neagley. She thinks she found the Viking. An FBI agent named Nitmo closed the case about the EPA agent killed near the river in Arkansas. He said it was a burglary, and the man was spending more money than he earned.
Nickname of the hitman hired to kill our EPA agent.
But his old partner is still with the Bureau. We can question him.
Picard.
How the hell did you know that?
Gotta go, Neely.
Once he enters the house, he finds Picard, KJ, and Mayor Teal with guns drawn on Finlay. Picard shows his true colors by pointing a gun at Finlay's back.
Where's Roscoe?
Oh, my girl's doing just fine.
No way you're letting them walk away from this. They know too much.
You're smart.
Pretty sure they'll keep quiet after they watch what I do to their dad.
You killed him already?
He's on the run.
Pretty soon, those Venezuelans are gonna give you the same necktie they gave your daddy.
I killed my father. And so, I killed Jobling. And I killed your brother.
You shot Joe. Dawson kicked him after he was dead.
We'll make it look like the two crooked Reacher brothers were working with an out-of-town cop running drugs or guns to something nefarious.
You're gonna take Picard to wherever Hubble's holed up and you're gonna bring him to me. If I don't get a call from you by 6 a.m. saying Hubble's in custody, you can't even imagine.
Picard, now clearly a traitor, is told to watch Reacher and make sure he follows orders. Reacher does not resist for now. He stays calm and asks to make a quick stop for a map and some time to think. Using a mix of smart thinking and understanding of human behavior, Reacher figures out where Hubble is likely hiding. His reasoning is sharp and makes Picard uneasy. Picard starts to question how Reacher can know someone so well, but Reacher stays calm and sure of himself. Picard tries to keep control by reminding Reacher that his voice is the only thing keeping Charlie and her daughters alive. Reacher points out that if Picard kills him, he will lose any chance of finding Hubble.
Over 3 hours away, but still close enough he feels connected to his wife and kids.
You can't just stare into something and get inside a man's head like that.
Coffee? Black?
Better be right about Augusta.
You live tougher than I thought you were.
Low tire pressure. Should check it out.
Keep driving.
You've been with me the whole time.
Pull over. And if you're thinking about throwing a tire in my direction, think again. You shoot me, I ain't the only person you're killing.
But if you shoot me, you're never finding Hubble. I don't have many options right now. We raise our guns up over our heads. We stand up and face each other, hands up.
Yeah, got it.
3. Find motels within 3 miles of Augusta bus station.
Your input is being processed.
He knows Hubble would avoid using credit cards to stay hidden, so he must be traveling by bus and paying with cash. Hubble explains that he reached out to the federal agents because he sensed the operation was getting more dangerous. Joe Reacher, using the fake name Mark Salas, was the one who responded to Hubble's tip. Hubble also discovered that Pete Jobling was stealing from the operation and put him in touch with Joe. Even though Hubble hoped that helping the feds would protect his family, he now knows the Kleiners plan to kill everyone involved. Reacher realizes there is no deal to make. The only way to win is to stop them all.
Hey, somebody's texting you, buddy. Duck and cover.
Reacher came in crashing like a freaking Terminator, and not to mention he actually looks like one.
You okay?
I'll live. I can't help but see you're alone.
Let's hit the gun locker, the ammo safe. Grab anything useful.
They grab guns from the police weapons locker, pistols, and rifles. There are many armed guards outside the factory. Kleiner Jr. expects Reacher to attack with guns, and that is exactly what happens. Reacher pours fuel around a loading bay to start a fire. Finley lights the fire with a cigarette he keeps as a backup.
Your only job is to get your kids out of there. Don't let anyone stop you from doing your job.
If I'm gonna die, I want a flavor country one last time.
What the hell is going on?
Everybody in here now! He's over here! Picard, I thought you were dead.
Not yet!
We gotta go get Reacher. He'll be okay. How do you know that? Because he's Reacher.
It's over.
People from the state police and the feds ask questions about what happened in Margrave. But Reacher does not want to answer any of them. He is a drifter, someone who moves from place to place, and he does not want to stay or get involved in more problems. He tells Roscoe that maybe she should run for mayor, and they share one last kiss. Finley decides to leave too. He says he quits the police and is going back to Boston. Before Reacher leaves Margrave for good, he visits the place where his brother Joe died. His mother gave him his grandfather's war medal before she died, a medal for bravery in the face of danger. Reacher buries this medal at the spot where Joe died, as a way to honor his brother's brave effort to try to fix the world's problems. I hope you guys enjoyed the recap, and if you did, then be sure to check out other awesome recaps on the channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching.